If you've ever had this feeling that something was terribly wrong with the world that we live in, but you couldn't figure out just what it was, then you've come to the right place. Secret societies, mystery religions, and the Illuminati have been controlling our reality since the beginning of time. But not anymore, because there is an awakening happening, and you are about to become a part of it. Wake up, because this is a call for an uprising.
This is a call for an uprising. We welcome you to today's show and ask those of you who have not subscribed to please subscribe to our YouTube channel as we continue to expose the satanic Illuminati agenda and the ushering in of the Antichrist. Well, if you need more proof, if people are still that much asleep out there, how something like this doesn't wake people up to what's really going on in the world, to how these satanic secret societies run and control everything, then we get this coming out in plain sight, which couldn't be more satanic, which couldn't show you more of who they are and what they do. We get the Gotthard-based tunnel opening up in Switzerland, and of course, when they open something like this, opening a train track or a railroad, why not have a gigantic satanic ritual that features the Baphomet and other satanic things going on, satanic ritual dances, trances, people naked, rubbing up on each other, having a sexual orgy. Because, yeah, that goes hand in hand, with opening a railroad. You think maybe they would just bring in some type of, conductor or something like that. But, of course, all of the elitists over in Switzerland, all of the higher-up European leaders were there, and this ceremony was put on for them, this satanic ceremony. I mean, look at the pictures. You get hundreds of people in their underwear grinding on each other. You get this ritual dance that they're doing. This dance which we've seen before with CERN. Okay, we've seen this demonic possession dance, this trance that they're put in, where they throw their bodies around like they're demonically possessed, which I'm sure these people are demonically possessed. Of course, the story comes out because it was so over the top and so obvious that they have to twist it somehow and say, "Oh, here come the conspiracy theorists who think that there's a satanic connection to all this stuff," making a mockery of it. Well, if there's not a satanic connection to it, do you want to tell me why there's a naked woman with wings with a baby's face on it flying from the rafters? Does that correlate with opening up a railroad track? Or, hello? What does it correlate with then? What does any of this have to do with opening up a railroad? And why is it in front of all of these European leaders who are obviously a part of the satanic occult that controls our world? This was a satanic ritual at its level of display. You can't watch this, and I'll leave a video to it. You cannot watch this and say that this isn't a satanic ritual being performed in this tunnel. Who knows what they have planned for this tunnel, but over in Switzerland, we know that we've got CERN operating there, so why not? Why not have more satanic rituals around in that area? It's absolutely ridiculous that people see this and they still can't wake up. They think it's some type of artistic expression because that's the excuse they use whenever they do something overly demonic and satanic in your face. They go, it's an artistic expression. Who are these artists? Where are they coming up with these disgusting visuals? I wonder. They're Satanists. These visuals, these images, these are all part of satanic rituals. This is what they do in the Bohemian Grove. This is what they do underground. And slowly you're seeing this stuff come into the limelight. It's right in our faces. They don't even care anymore because they know our society's so dumbed down and stupid that people will see this, they'll laugh, they'll say, oh, it's a little weird, it's a little out there, but whatever. Let them, do what thou wilt. It's a satanic ritual. Don't people see what is coming? Okay, the Antichrist, the arrival of the Antichrist, the end times prophecy. People will care when they're, getting thrown into FEMA camps, then they'll care. But for now, it's just one big joke. So you see all this stuff. You see people running around wearing, the Baphomet head, the goat head, running around wearing it, because that has everything to do with the opening of a tunnel, right? It makes perfect sense. They're doing all sorts of trance dancing. You can see people dressed up as bushes in like these barrels, which are representing demonic entities that they're summoning here in this tunnel, because they're probably going to use this tunnel for satanic rituals, for satanic sacrifice in the middle of these tunnels. Wherever they can do this stuff, they'll do it. I mean, take a look at this. Is this not freaky and disturbing? This thing flying around with wings is supposed to represent the Baphomet. It is a topless woman with a baby's face on it and wings. It is the Baphomet. That's what it represents. And this race of Baphomets that they want to create, where men and women are mixed as one, because that's how perverse and sick they are. Let me just read to you this ceremony and what was done in this ceremony. The ceremony begins with a bunch of miners in orange jumpsuits doing a zombie walk, towards the tunnel's entrance, which was being projected on a video screen. Then the miners were sacrificed to the tunnel. I repeat, then the miners were sacrificed to the tunnel. So they fictionalized these truths, such as human sacrifice and these satanic sacrifices, these rituals that they perform. Right? Even though they're doing it right in front of you, the miners are sacrificed to the tunnel. They reemerge as spirits dressed in nothing more than underwear and veils. That's when things get weird, the article says, and for some people became satanic. At this point, an actor dressed as a goat showed up in the midst of the performance and began ritualistically consuming and mating with the dancers. So you have the Baphomet sexually molesting these people that are now dead, who have been sacrificed. He's molesting their souls, taking their souls, in other words, molesting them, taking their souls, dressed as the Baphomet, which nobody wants to point out that it's the Baphomet. And this is all about the worship of this stupid thing, this goat with breasts and a penis that seem to really just get the fancy of these Satanists who are just obsessed with this deity. The ritual in Switzerland continued with a depiction of a pagan ceremony in which actors planted trees on their heads while the goat man laid on the floor. That wouldn't be pagan. This would be satanic. During this portion of the ritual, the performance artists chanted a song in both Italian and ancient German. So they were summoning demons. They were doing ritualistic chants, which is what they do in their rituals. And that's how they summon these demonic presences. So they're doing it right here, right in plain sight. On television, they're pushing the envelope to the point where they know that nobody's going to do anything about it, because they could point, laugh, and say, these people are crazy. And that's what everybody does. At the end of the performance in Switzerland, the goat man is resurrected and worshipped by the dancers. At this point, many of the dancers were attired in gender-bending clothes as drifter and or as woman of the night. So they're pushing this transgenderism, even here. Don't people see that's what they want? This isn't about an actual transgender person if they care what bathroom they crap in. This is about a greater purpose for them. A one race, one sex, defy God to the extreme by getting rid of sexual boundaries and genders. That's what this is about. Look at the Baphomet. It is both man and woman as one. Then you even see the Baphomet in the sky with a baby face on, even creepier stuff going on. And do you need more proof? Because obviously, I don't know how this isn't enough proof. I mean, just looking at it, take a 5-second glance, you should be able to realize this is a satanic ritual. But many people were distressed by the beginning of what they saw as the satanic ritual in Switzerland, because the construction of the tunnel actually cost 9 workers their lives. The workers, 4 from Germany, 3 from Italy, and 1 each from South Africa and Austria, have been memorialized in a plaque displayed near the northernmost end of Switzerland's new tunnel. Oh, so they had people die there. Then they do a satanic ritual event where they're actually summoning souls and then having the souls get molested by the Baphomet. Nah, this is a coincidence. It's a wild witch hunt, folks. We're all on a witch hunt here. These crazy Christians, it's the Salem witch trials all over again. We're on a witch hunt. We're making stuff up. Yeah, I'm just making it up. This must be some artistic expression. From what artist? Artistic expression? This is like throwing feces on a wall. There's nothing artistic about it. It's disgusting. It's vile. These people were naked, getting molested by the Baphomet, promoting the bestiality that is to come, promoting how the Baphomet takes souls, how they're taking souls from people, how they're sacrificing souls, how they're sacrificing lives. They summon demons in this ceremony. They even have the Baphomet flying. They have a topless woman. This is aired live on television. What more do people need to see to understand that this is real? This is what goes on in darkness, whether it's the Bohemian Grove, okay, or it's the Beltane or these other festivals that they have. There's nothing artistic about it. They're showing you what they do. They're conditioning you and preparing you because these are going to be the traditions that everybody has to follow when they bring in a one world religion. These will be the traditions. They'll say, look, you can obtain power by doing this. You can obtain power and wealth and some things by performing this. People will be like, oh, that's great. We could obtain, okay, what's Christianity? We'll throw that out the window. We'll throw all these other false religions out the window. We'll merge it as one, which has been their goal all along. It is going to be a one world religion. And these are the types of ceremonies that people will be performing right in your town, folks. So be prepared for it. I can't even believe that this went on and that people didn't go nuts over it. That all you get is a few articles about, oh, Christians are thinking this is a satanic ritual, even though you can look at everything that truthers talk about out there or other people in their books expose, showing the Baphomet worship, showing these rituals they perform. No, we're all making it up. We're all making it up. You could have called this out. They do all the basic stuff here, including summoning demons. It's absolutely sickening. This world is falling apart fast. They are pushing this in as quick as they can. They want Queen Elizabeth, that old corpse, wants to be here for the New World Order. So does George Bush Sr., these 500-year-old corpses that just won't go away, living on ventilators or whatever they're living in biogenic chambers down there, wherever they are, trying to survive. They want the New World Order and they want to live to see it. Otherwise, they'll feel like their lives didn't accomplish what they were supposed to set out from the get-go, which was a New World Order, which was the rebuilding of the Tower of Babel. So this is what's going on in our world. Baphomet in plain sight, satanic ceremonies in a tunnel. Hey, what would that, how do they correlate? Just tell me how it correlates with one another. The opening of a tunnel. Oh, and this makes sense artistically to do something like this. Have naked people, have demonic presences, have Baphomets flying around. Yeah, it makes perfect sense. Pretty much do the same ritual that you see at CERN, the same dance, summoning demons. Oh yeah, it makes perfect sense. Give me a break. The insanity that is going on around us is getting worse by the day. Absolutely getting worse. They are performing these rituals in plain sight. They don't care anymore because they know society's so dumbed down that what are they going to do? Just, crazy conspiracy theorists are saying it's a satanic ritual. Other people shrug their shoulders and go, I don't care. I got to get back to work and post pictures of myself on Facebook and let everybody know what I'm feeling. That's the world we live in. So now they can push this out in plain sight. So be very wary. Keep your eyes open, okay? Because this stuff's going to be coming to a town near you. And they're going to call it artistic festivals or whatever. And they're going to be doing this stuff. People are going to be parading around naked like they are in this. And of course, like I said, what a coincidence. All world leaders, European leaders are there in attendance enjoying this perversion that's going on, this satanic perversion. It makes me so sick. I need a box of Maalox. It is making me nauseous. I cannot believe what our society allows them to get away with and how people still can't wake up and still can't see the signs of the times and can't see what they're doing because they're doing it in plain sight. And then somebody points and goes, oh, crazy conspiracy theorists. Yeah, I'm sure they really do satanic worship. Or then you read articles about how witches aren't real and Satan's not real and Satan worshipers aren't real. You only have satanic temples and churches. Oh, right. They claim that Satan's not real either. Can't you see the agenda? They are trying to trick everyone. The devil's greatest trick was convincing the world he didn't exist. Well, guess what? He exists. And these people are summoning the fallen angels. They are under demonic possession. And they are flaunting it in our faces. I can't take it anymore. I really can't. This is absolutely sickening. I thank you for listening to today's show. God bless all of you and your families. May peace be with you.